So today we're going to talk about breath. 4 ways on how not to breathe, 5 things to take care of when we breathe, and 2 exercises on breathing. Hi, welcome to Basics for Life series, for all the things we should know in life but are often missed. Our journey of breathing starts from the time we are born to the time we pass away. An average human being takes around 12 to 16 breaths per minute. That's anywhere between 17,800 to 21,600 breaths per 24 hours. It's such a basic thing in life that we often take this for granted. There are lots of benefits of breathing right. It helps increase our energy, increases our immune system, helps digestion, helps with peace and calm, and much more. So let's get right into it. Before we start, we need to unlearn the wrong things that we have learned in our life. Ways on how not to breathe. First thing is breathing from mouth. Often happens is unconsciously we start breathing from the mouth, or we keep our mouth slightly open. This is not advisable because what happens is our nasal passage is specifically designed to make sure the air that goes in is cleansed. That's why we have hair inside. The other thing to notice as well is on different times of the day, your right nostril or left nostril will be powerful. It alternates roughly between every 1 or 2 hours. And the reason behind that is your body is designed in a way that it understands whether it needs to be hot or cold. And based on that, the nostril pressure will change. And if you want to see that, you can simply put your fingers next to your nose and exhale strongly, and you will see there will be one side which is stronger and one side which is not so strong. And if you do the same thing at different time of the day, it will change again. If it's hot, it will make sure that your body gets cooler. If it's cold outside, then your body will get hotter based on the side of the nostril it's breathing in. Second thing about breathing from your mouth is sometimes a lot of people have an habit of when sleeping they keep their mouth open. They don't know it. So again, if you know someone, or if your partner does it, your child does it, make sure that you yourself do it. Make sure that you make a habit consciously being aware of keeping your mouth closed when you're sleeping. Second thing to take care of is taking short breaths. So these are 2 to 4 second breaths where you're taking in and out, the inhalation exhalation both under 2 or 4 seconds. And this is very noticeable. You will see a lot of nostrils moving really rapidly, or your neck or your upper shoulders shaking. The third one is the upper body breathing, or breathing up to your chest. This is where people breathe just up to their lungs. So you can observe a lot of their lungs, the upper body, and roughly the shoulders moving. So we should avoid that as well. Fourth is spinal cord not being straight. So often when we are sitting or sleeping or just in a comfortable position, our spinal cord, neck, and the head is not in a straight line. As it's a pipe going through your back, it's important to make sure that your whole spinal cord is straight. You see a small baby or a newborn breathing, it's always they are breathing from their belly. But it's as we grow up, we often forget this basic technique. So let's talk about the technique. The complete breathing, kumbhak or pot breathing. It's also known as yogic breathing. So 5 things to take care of in this. First one, as we discussed, breathing through your nose. The second thing, as we discussed, making sure your spinal cord is straight along with your neck and face. Third and most important is belly breathing, or the pot breathing that we discussed. So look at your body in 3 distinct compartments: the belly, the lungs, and neck, and upwards. So when you breathe in, make sure you're breathing all the way down, just under your navel, all the way under just under your navel. So when you breathe in, your belly comes out, then your lung gets filled in, and then it goes up all the way up to neck and roughly around your nose. Then again, when you breathe out, make sure your belly goes in, your lungs goes in, and then your neck air comes out all the way. So that's complete breathing. The fourth thing to take care of is when you breathe out, to make sure that your exhalation is slightly longer than your inhalation. Again, what it does, it helps with a more peace and calming effect. The fifth and the final thing that is important here is when you take an inhalation, there's a phase of retention of air in your body. So let's call it inhale retention. When you are in that stage of inhale retention, make sure that you wait for a few seconds. So when you breathe in all the way in with your belly out, then let it rest for a couple of seconds. Don't be in a rush to breathe out. And then again, when you exhale out slowly, which is slightly longer than your inhalation, let it rest for a few seconds with a completely empty stomach. Just adding few seconds gap after inhalation and after exhalation. All of these combined with awareness and awareness towards your breath will help you be more energized. I would suggest you just pause this video and try this for a couple of breaths and see the difference. See how it's affected your heartbeat. See how it's affected your mind. How it has affected the amount of thoughts you have. Just observe it for a few seconds. Now I'm going to share 2 exercises that I promised you, which will help you understand and observe more things about your breath. So first observation or first exercise is to observe yourself and the people around you. See how their breaths are. Do they snore? Do they have a whistling sound? Does their chest move? Does their nostrils move? Observe all those things, how long their breaths are. And observe those things and see how their personality is. How do they talk? How calm they are? How peaceful they are? How good are they in decision making? Do they have clarity in life? All these things will just help you understand the importance of breath. What it helps with, what frequency everyone is in. Because depending on situation, your breath will fluctuate as well. So again, just go in, observe whenever you can. Exercise 2. Count the number of breaths you take per minute. And don't just take it for 1 minute, take it for 3 to 5 minutes. And then make an average out of it so you understand roughly where you stand. And whatever the number is, share it in the comment section below. And while you're at it, even press that like button. Finally, I wanted to end by saying I'm not a teacher, scholar, or an expert. I read books. I learn these things from people that know better, and then I convert that into my own experience by practicing it daily. And I share so that you don't have the same mistakes again. So hopefully this was useful. I will always share the books or resources I've used so you can go deeper into these things and practice it yourself. Hope you enjoyed this little snippet. I'm gonna share a few more things related to breathing and many more basics for life things that are important. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. I'll try and release 1 video per week. Hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you again soon. Thank you.